last time on Dice Funk.
Because I like Dregg. I think Dregg's wonderful, but I'm also aware I'm not doing a good start with getting Dregg as a friend.
Theoretically, if you no longer needed it, could I have your body?
In the same way I'm an organ donor.
Some would say smuggling?
There's a point in my teens where all I really did was just fly illicit substances from point A to point B. It's not a bad way to see the universe. You get to do a lot of traveling, at least.
Delivering this if you find yourself near Pel 3. That would be most helpful for all of our friends.
Do we know our captain's taking on other jobs, for example?
You're gonna take it all, man? Our bosses are gonna kill us. Do you know who we work for?
Who do you work for?
We work for the Caravellas, man.
So he's just getting a big-ass shield made. Ooh. It has retractable flaps that come out and extend into a full shield. Otherwise, it's just like an armband on his forearm.
But it's like a penguin.
Are you implying that TSR published a book with a picture of a penguin and said it was an alien?
I saw it. I swear I saw it, and then I ate my entire ass.
We at the Gabriel Corporation have all kinds of explodey stuff. We have anything you need. We'll get it sent to your ship right away. What do you need?
But, listen, if you ever need anything, hit me up. Here's my card.
And you see below you 100 more Turask.
And Olivia is going to hand Dregg sort of like a small, I mean, it's not like an envelope, I assume. Well, maybe close to like a USB kind of thing, but it's sealed.
I have feeling bad luck coming for all of us soon.
When I saw one Turask, going to ask if the fact there's only one of them makes it a cryptid.
Nope, definitely not a cryptid.
Star Fox in that new Starlink game has got a pretty good butt. Like, he's got a good butt.
Have you gotten any requests for a Deathclaw? But
I've not had any Deathclaw requests. I've had a lot of furry butt requests. Isabel from Animal Crossing is a popular one.
Leave her out of this, she's pure.
Everyone wants that Isabel butt.
But the Deathclaw is the greatest of furries. He's like 4 different furries in one.
that's what I'm saying. It's untapped potential, right? Like everybody knows like the sexy video game characters. Like they used to put Lara Croft on like video game magazine covers and stuff. She's like a symbol everyone knows. But has anyone wanted to fuck King K. Rool?
You know what?
Yes.
You know what? But like, I think has untapped potential. The puker from Dead Space 2. The sort of like two people sort of fused at the waist together. Like that's like more than one butt in one body, because that's like new butt possibilities.
I'm just impressed you remember one of the specific Dead Space enemy names. Like I know they're all very cool, but a gun to my head could not tell you one of them.
I only know the name of the puker because of its interesting butt. Like, otherwise I wouldn't know. It's like, Chris has been looking at Ghost Dick this week.
I also found sexy Deathclaws.
Yeah, Chris just sent us a sexy Deathclaw, which I didn't know I needed in my life, but I do feel a little bit lighter.
Bowsette is out of here. Sexy Deathclaw, that's it.
So it's funny you guys mentioned Deathclaws, because if you think about it, a Tarask is kind of just a big Deathclaw, right?
Oh, it's 100%. I actually didn't realize they looked exactly the same. I kept thinking that a Tarask looked like a big old, what's the final evolution of the turtle Pokemon from Gen 4?
Blastoise? Oh,
no,
from 4.
The good one.
Okay, are we gonna have a fight?
Turtwig's evolved form?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Torterra, I think it is.
Yeah.
I always thought it looked like that, like a really big 4-legged thing with like a mountain on its back and stuff.
It's like the 2001 Godzilla on all fours.
Yeah, it's like Godzilla fucked a tank.
Hot. Can we call that the episode? Stop recording. Let's start episode 2 now. We're done. We nailed it.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, speaking of sexy and butts and all that, Laura, did you want to tell the audience about your thing? Because we stopped introducing ourselves at the beginning, but there's stuff to talk about in regards to us before we start actually talking about RPG stuff.
Yeah, I've got a thing that I'm promoting everywhere because, like, it's a weird thing that I am amazed is happening. I'm doing a book. It's called Things I Learned from Mario's Butt, and it's a 40,000 word illustrated coffee table book of video game character butt reviews that has like a bunch of cool people involved. Like, I got people like Justin McElroy to agree to review butts for me, and then I'm gonna do illustrations of those butts, and it's gonna be great. So check out Things I Learned from Mario's Butt on Unbound, because like, I need the monies to pay the artist to make this beautiful thing a creation that exists.
I just want to hear about that ghost stick.
Tell me about that ghost stick. That's the sequel book. I got to do a book about ghost sticks next.
That's not going to have any meaning for the audience because they didn't hear us talking about Ghost Stick before the recording, because that's Chris's thing to plug. Chris, do you want to plug your show?
Please plug the ghost stick.
Yeah, listen to Weekly Manga Recap this week, where I took a Halloween recommendation, didn't find out until started reading it that it was actually a porno, that there is a lot of sex in it, and it's not as funny as I thought. It gets kind of real after a little bit, so it's gonna be one of those episodes.
Oh dear. Also, I couldn't hurt. Conrad, tell us about your thing. You have a new thing.
I do have a new well, I have a couple new things. I've got a new audiobook that I just recorded and just came out called H Plus Incorporated, which is written by Gary Dijon, and it's a cool kind of cyberpunky near future transhumanist story. It's interesting, and I was really glad to be a part of it. And then I also do a podcast about BoJack Horseman called Of Horse, and we're about to put out our 4th episode of that, I think, and it's just starting to get, like, the show's just starting to get really interesting as we go episode to episode. So it's a good time to get into it. If you like BoJack or want to watch BoJack, you can watch it along with us.
All my friends are so talented. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
There's me.
Oh, I forgot. I do have one other thing to promo. My memoir is coming out in July 2019, and it's starting to show up on Amazon in some countries. So if you look up Uncomfortable Labels by Laura Dale on Amazon, you might see a book show up that you can pre-order.
Still such a great title.
Yeah, I fucking love that title. The cover art I'm really happy with. So that's the other thing. I have too many books right now.
More talent than one podcast can handle.
Plus Lauren.
It's fine. The Tarrasque is gonna kill us all. It won't matter in a minute.
Oh, that's such a good transition. So last we left this adventure, the bastards landed on the planet Hypatia, which is a nature preserve for megafauna. You guys know where you need to land the ship, and you're going to have to leave it behind because most of this planet is a no-fly zone. Because there are so many endangered and delicate species here, you don't want to start, sucking up rare birds into your engines or disturbing fragile creatures that don't have any contact with machines that fly through the air and make loud noises. You have to leave it at a designated park ranger station and hoof it to where the poachers were sighted.
Excuse me, talent it.
Is the ranger station very far away from the infinite Tarrasques that we saw?
Actually, it's right next door.
That seems like poor planning on the park's part.
If you will look at the Roll20, you will in fact see that the Tarrasque icon is still there because you guys land at the ranger station, which is a pretty simple building. It's just basically like a big fire watch tower. And no one's there. The rangers are probably out on patrol. It's not strange at all. The few that live here patrol like most of the day, and they come back to like eat and sleep at the station, but that's it. So you weren't expecting them to meet you. And all around you, there are different biomes for the different animals that are here. One of them just happens to be the Tarrasque, and it is between you and where you need to go.
Okay, would it be like a nature check or something to find out, like, Tarrasques, do they actually perceive us as anything they're even going to pay attention to, or are we just like fucking insects that we can just quietly walk past them and they're not going to give a shit?
Yeah, you should nature check if you would like to survive to the end of this episode.
Yeah, nature.
Now, when you say no fly zone.
Now, when you say want to survive,
Now, when you say roll.
It's 2018. We're all thinking about not rolling to survive.
18.
7.
Oh, do I have to?
14.
We probably did fine. Just don't botch.
He's going bomb.
Oh, okay. Is that all it's gonna? Because I just had all those crits last round.
That's called foreshadowing.
No, that's a 6.
We got two. We got a 14 and an 18. So you guys pass. 10 was the DC. The Tarrasque are, of course, very, very famous. If you look at any source book for like 99.9% of D&D's history, you will find them say things like, there is only one Tarrasque in the Forgotten Realms. There is only one Tarrasque in Dragonlance. There is only one Tarrasque in Mystara, or however you pronounce that thing. That's because there is usually only one Tarrasque in any given universe. Setting is what they're called, but that's a publishing term. The thing is, in the Spelljammer book, Practical Planetology, it is posited that actually each of these was deposited from the Tarrasque's home planet, where they are abundant and actually slightly different. The main difference is they do not do the thing they're famous for, which is sleeping for untold eons and then waking and destroying all of civilization before going back to slumber for more eons. On their home planet, they eat these like lizards. That is their primary food source, and whatever this is me now, whatever chemistry they require from that, whatever enzyme, let's say, they need in their diet to make them not do that, is abundant in these lizards, and they are fine. They're just normal animals in their natural habitat.
Do we know if there's those lizards here?
Oh, tons. You know how anteaters are to ants? It's like that. They're just they're chock-a-block with these special lizards all throughout this Tarrasque Valley. This place was specially crafted to house Tarrasques.
Okay, so we don't want to be mistaken for a lizard, but otherwise we're cool?
Yeah, these things, and once again, it's basically like, what if a Tyrannosaurus was the most, could reflect magic back at you? They are all throughout this valley that you need to walk through to go to where the Poachers resided. And there's 101 Tarrasques, Disney's 101 Tarrasques. But as far as they are concerned, you are not food. So.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Awesome for us.
So we can high-five them and stuff.
I feel like it's important that, like, no matter what we do, we shouldn't accidentally get lizard guts on us. But otherwise, that's pretty okay.
I like that idea. Thank you.
Again, about the no-fly zone, is that ships or do wings count?
I can't tell if you're joking. No-fly zone's a real term. It's not it's not something I made up. No, you're fine. What?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what wing flying counts as.
You're fine.
You're not a jet plane.
You don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, Sasha doesn't want the rules lawyers being like, oh, but you flew and it said the words no fly.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm sure I'll think of a terrible consequence for it, but no, it does not violate the park's rules against flying aircraft inside the habitats.
Okay.
I can be an aircraft if I wanted to.
I believe in you. So you guys land at the Snallygaster. I assume you're going to leave Courage and Objectivist behind?
Yeah, I don't want my little baby boy to get eaten.
He probably does not want that either.
That's good parenting for you.
We've got to have them to look after the ship to make sure that no one kicks the door in and destroys it because there were no traps.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You see Courage takes out the cylinder out of one of his dog mouths, and he holds it in his hand, and he pushes a button on the side of it, and it telescopes out in both directions, and it is a graphene spear, a double-sided graphene spear.
He's like Darth Maul.
Yes,
But
it
a
is.
dog.
He's a Darth Maul dog.
Dog ball.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul, because
Everybody-
dogs maul things.
Okay. Do you guys want to start the adventure?
Yeah, let's go find those
I
poachers.
guess.
All right, so you need to travel through the valley of Tarrasque. Then you need to follow a river to a lake where Poachers resided. So that's what you guys are here to do.
Okay. Do we need to roll like a survival check?
We do that.
Check to follow the map and not get like dropped into Lizard Gut Lake?
Yeah, it couldn't hurt.
16.
I say that as though
Uh-oh.
Ah, botch. Oops, that's 2.
10.
Crit. 20.
Oh no!
Can the crit and the botch cancel each other out, please?
Oh my lord. You guys have to make everything so complicated. Okay, so actually half the party passed, so you guys do pass collectively. Let's think of some fun consequences for Dregg doing so very well and Liamoira doing not so well, though. So you guys enter the Valley of the Trask, and this place, which was specially crafted for them, is rocky and craggy. It's very deep. Like, these monsters are, Godzilla size, but they can't just crawl out. They are kind of trapped here by design. And all around you skitters these super numerous lizards. They're just everywhere, and they're actually pretty big compared to you. To Tarask, it's more like, those giant whales that only feed on krill, where they're just scooping them up by the mouthful and just digging them out of the
Baleen
ground.
whales.
Yeah. But to you, it's like, oh, it's big for a lizard. It's, you have to kind of run out of the way. But these guys are just going nuts, and it's like anteaters crushing through mounds looking for ants. So that's kind of the behavior. They're milling around, they're grazing. A couple sniff at you. Liamoira, you botched. So as you guys begin making your way through there, you do get the attention of one. So it just kind of turns and looks at you and gives you a sniff. And it's I can't just overemphasize how much they are huge. It's so big.
They're very, very big.
And
boys.
this is where Dregg's crit saves me.
I don't know. What do you do? So Trask starts sniffing you. What do you do?
Nature check. Do these things like to be pet?
That'd be animal handling.
Animal handling. What is animal handling? Okay, I have a plus in that. That's okay. 5. I know very little about these lizards.
No. So for that was that for do the lizards like to be pet or the Tarask?
Do lizards like to be pet?
Okay, so you don't know, and you start walking over and you try to pet one, and it freaks out and runs away from you, and you start a little lizard stampede, and you get knocked to the ground as lizards go skittering, and it draws the attention of a couple more Tarask who come over to see what's going on.
Look, yummy lizards. They're not where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they're more interested in the food than us. No.
I don't know. What do you guys do?
I want to roll animal handling to see if they like me.
Can I leave?
I rolled a 6. They don't like me at all.
Nope.
Should we all just roll it to see if we're collectively hated by the Trasks?
I mean, so now everyone's rolling
19!
Okay, so what are you rolling for? They both rolled to pet the lizards. What are you trying to do?
I want to animal handling the Tarask?
Okay, so Liamoira, you rolled a 5. You started the lizard stampede. Sasha, you rolled a 6. You were knocked down by the lizards. They're failing miserably. Dregg, I assume Dregg just keeps walking. He just walks with his, just straight ahead. He doesn't, he has blinders on.
He would have been taking up the rear.
Okay.
Because, so he would have to see all of this going on. And opening up the graphene shield that he acquired very conveniently in the prior downtime, he's going to position himself on the other side of the party so that the lizards that are stampeding past will hit the shield and he can deflect them in the direction and clear a path.
All right, a good use of your crit is to defend your friends from the lizard stampede they started. Meanwhile, Dr. Adler, you rolled a 19 to pet the Tarask.
Okay, so they're really, really big. Have you ever had one of those moments where you're just kind of like watching like a bug and you're just like, for a moment, you're kind of like in a nirvana zen because you're like, look at this thing. I don't even know what it doesn't even think. Whatever, who cares? Look at it. It's going about its day. And then you just head off in your different directions, kind of like the end of the latest Fast and the Furious. Like you go off in your different directions. That's what I'm hoping happens here. Like the Trask is like, well, I don't know what this thing is. Look at it. It's pretty cool. Whatever. But it's not bothering me. Time to go about my day feeling a little bit more refreshed.
Do you want to really evoke a thing that where one of the two people involved died? That seems ill-conceived.
I didn't think it through all the way.
All right, so with a 19, you do not get the 20 to get exactly what you want, but you get mostly what you want, which is you do not escalate this, you do not get chomped in half, and the Tarask is interested in you in a mostly benevolent way. It leans down, it looks at you, and it determines you are not a lizard, and then it kind of takes one of its big meaty claws, which is not tiny like a T-Rex's arm. They have fully like articulate, like their posture is bent over in a way that they could almost run like gorillas if they so chose. And it scoops you up in its claw.
Whoa.
Just Dr. Adler?
Yeah, just Dr. Adler. He just wants to get a closer look at you.
Marvelous.
Smooch it!
So the picture of the Tarrasque I actually have in the roll 20 right now is holding a horse in one of its hands, if you can't see that. So you are
Oh, God. He's murdering that horse.
It could be like when sometimes you just got to pick up a pet, you know, like when the cats hate it and you get right under their little arms and you're just like, ooh, my special
you just gotta
boy.
get them up because they're being little goblins.
Yeah, it's like that. I think that's my headcanon of this Tarrasque holding this horse.
Chris,
He's like, look at this goblin.
Chris, very few people ever get the opportunity to kiss a Tarrasque.
So yeah, the Tarrasque picks you up, Dr. Adler, and kind of brings you up to its eyes, which are on the side of its head, which also speaks to how it's not exactly an apex predator in its natural habitat. So it brings you along the side of its head and just kind of looks at you. What do you do?
What do I do?
Kiss it.
You can't be horned for the Tarrasque. I absolutely forbid it.
Yes, you can!
No, like you never smooch your kitties' heads? You never just grab a cat and smooch it?
Okay, yes, I love to smooch the kitty.
I'm trying to think of a way I could have like a cool moment. What did they do in Jurassic Park? Did they ever do anything with the dinosaur to like really like connect with one another besides the raptor on a plane at St. Allen?
Don't they just like stare into each other's eyes?
I'm like, can I place my hand on the Tarrasque's hand? And it's a moment where we're both like, wow, this universe is so crazy. And then he like gives me a +7 death sword or something.
You put your hand on him and you're like, I was in Parks and Rec. Now you have to obey me. I haven't seen those movies. I assume that's what happens.
Yeah, it's about it.
Got him.
Oh yeah, no, I think I will just have like a moment where, because for Olivia, this is like an incredible like glimpse at what is considered, I guess, one of the pinnacles of like biological evolution.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Tarrasque necessarily evolved or if it was just magically always awesome, but like this is a pretty incredible like creature. So I think she's just a little bit sort of in awe of it. So just sort of like taking a moment to appreciate it.
I'm picturing that one Vine where someone goes to a bumblebee and just puts their finger near it and goes, high five, and the bumblebee gets one of its tiny little antenna, like little legs, and touches the finger, and it's like, yeah, there we go. That's how I'm picturing this.
Exactly. We high five.
Okay, so you don't actually need to roll for anything if you're not making any kind of big, grand attempts. You just kind of ride this out in the moment and experience it in your present.
Yeah.
See, this is the difference between you and me, Chris. If I was playing a character whose main descriptor was hipster, I would definitely take a selfie with this thing.
Ah, shit. Yeah, okay. I gotta take a selfie with it, I guess.
No flash, obviously.
You gotta think, man. You can't use your head.
Oh, yeah. I'm fucking stupid. Also, should just be playing my character.
You broke him, Austin.
I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want. So how do you resolve this?
Yeah. I mean, can I guess I get a selfie shot with it, like with the Tarrasque, like holding me in the air, so it like gets like a view of like the tree line distance as well too with it.
I mean, you're in this very long valley, but you can get a beautiful shot of the sky in the background if you want.
Then hells yeah, I'm gonna take that selfie. Sure, why not?
Okay, you turned off the flash, right? Because I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely eat you, dude.
Everyone on social media is going to claim that you just photoshopped
Yes.
this.
All right, so you take a picture with the Tarrasque, and after it is satisfied that you were neither food nor a threat, it kind of lowers you back down. Not all the way, you know. Sometimes you can put a cat down from a certain height, and it's probably, I mean, they're fine, but you couldn't do that with a dog, right?
Yeah.
He kind of lets you drop maybe higher than you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Anybody want to do anything as Adler does a couple flips?
I mean, I can handle that because I can use my biotic powers to create featherfall and just like biotically drop myself back down.
Without using a spell slot?
No, I do have to use a spell slot for it, but it's a level 1.
As soon as as Dr. Adler gets to the ground, Liamoira is just going to go, that was pretty wonderful. You did miss an opportunity to smooch one of the most fearsome creatures in the world. I think that's a slight missed opportunity. Selfie was a good call, though.
I wanted to give you that opportunity so you still have something to chase for, Captain.
Oh goodness, you are a wonderful member of our crew, and I cannot thank you enough for this wondrous opportunity. Thank you.
Sasha's gonna get up and hug Dregg's leg because she's small and say thank you.
Oh no, he's possessed by Tarask.
We should go.
It turns out Dregg was a Tarask baby the entire time.
Well, thanks for spoiling the entire season. So you guys continue down this valley. It's going to take a little bit. It's a little bit of a hike. Do you guys talk about anything on the way there or do anything? Because now, for now, you guys are fine. They're milling around you and they occasionally look at you, but you're not a threat and they're not worried.
My big question I have about these poachers we're chasing is, you've got to be some kind of reckless if you decide that a planet covered in Tarasks is a place that you're going to go to do crimes. That it feels like an unwise place to be on the wrong side of the law. Because I don't know about the rest of you. If I worked in law enforcement on this particular planet, I can't help but feel like one or two people might accidentally vanish to the Tarask. You know, it's just like that kind of place where it's like, oh, you tried to harm helpless animals? Well, here's a non-helpless animal. Have fun.
For the record, the planet is not covered in Tarasks. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of biomes dedicated to all kinds of different animals. You guys are just in the Tarask biome right now. But yeah, it's not the planet of the Tarasks.
The poachers are near the Tarask area, somewhat near it, so...
Sasha's gonna do that thing where she like punches her hand menacingly. Mm-hmm. She's gonna be like, "These motherfuckers gonna get it."
What are they poaching?
We have no idea right now. I'm sure that will become apparent as we get closer.
Doesn't matter. Poaching is bad.
I think it might matter.
Oh, indeed. Like, for example, had they been poaching our squid friends that eat brains, then, that's an important factor. What they're poaching is always important.
Is what they're poaching bigger than us? And if so, how are they prepared?
Just gotta save the animals.
We're not gonna know until we get there what we're facing. I suspect that our friend Sasha here, she's very, very, very good at having prepared things we wouldn't have even thought to prepare for. So if it turns out that we are caught off guard, I'm sure Sasha's got something up her sleeves.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I got it already done.
Drake takes a long look at a Tarask and says, I just hope that's not what they're poaching.
It's fine, Sasha. If that's what they're poaching, Sasha will get out, I suppose, the Tarask...
Mecca.
The Tarask lullaby projector or whatnot. You've got one of those, right, Sasha?
Sure. I have lots of specific Tarask gear. Hey, doctor, how is it in that paw?
A glimpse to which I don't believe I shall ever be privy to something so awe-inspiring again. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag Tarask buddy.
Are you reading out your social media post as you write it?
I'm picking out a filter right now, so I have some spare time.
Is there Wi-Fi on this planet?
Oh no, it's always the Clarendon filter, dear.
You weren't there. There's some real firepower for the dog face filter. I was trying to think of a filter for Instagram.
Are you suggesting putting a dog face filter on the Tarask so
he's
no
got a
one
puppy
can quite
nose.
tell it's a Tarask holding you?
Yes.
That's cute.
Onward. I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
Yep, on we travel.
Eat myself right into this park.
So as you guys berate Adler for her choice of Instagram filters, you can see up ahead the mouth of the canyon. So you will exit the Tarask biome and continue your adventure. However, you see there are two you assume rivals engaging in some sort of territorial dispute, and they're fighting at the end of this canyon. And it seems like it would be pretty dangerous to try to just walk between them as they stomp and snort and scuffle and just rake their claws against each other's hides, and their tails whip the walls of the canyon, leaving huge scars and sending cascades of boulders down on each side of you.
To clarify, is that two rival Tarrasque?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, right, yeah.
I didn't even bother naming the lizards. They do have a name, but it's not important, I promise.
Okay. So this is the season where I have no magic. So those of you that have magic, do you have any way of, like, leading a bunch of lizards to one spot to, like, be like, hey, here's food, stop this fighting, maybe? What magic's you nerds got?
I mean, I don't have magic that can lead stuff places. I have more magic to protect people.
I have a lot of offensive. I was hoping I had some kind of like illusory shit other than illusory script, but I have illusory script because then I could make like a fake lizard.
I do have blindness/deafness, but can I roll a check? Do I know if Tarrasque could just see through blindness? Because I think they can.
Nature or medicine?
They reflect magic, right?
Remember, these are Tarrasques in their natural habitat, so forget everything you think you know about them. They're entirely custom.
Oh, well, I crit fail.
So Chris botched.
I crit failed. Oh, I got a 7.
God.
So y'all are toast. Let me decide how you all die. Hold on.
I mean, it didn't occur to anybody that, what if the spell worked? And now we have this blind Tarrasque flailing about.
Oh my lord.
What flavor of fucked are we, Austin?
Mint mocha chip.
That's a lot. That's a very busy flavor.
Here's the thing. I need to know what kind of fucked we are to know whether I need to protect us from this amount of being fucked.
That's no. So you have to decide before I lock it in.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty fucked.
Well, wasn't it just a knowledge check? Wasn't it just, do I know if...
Yeah, wasn't it just a knowledge check?
Yes, but remember that a failed, check is also the reason Olivia has a crush on Courage right now. Like, if she's like, oh, yeah, making them blind makes them fall asleep. I'm gonna be like, let's do this shit.
Okay, do you all want me to take a drink to undo this, or do we take the risk?
I'd go either way.
Do we want to die 20 minutes into Jurassic Park?
It could be really funny.
Dr. Adler, the consequences are on you. Do you want to take this risk?
It's your power. I mean, you're the one who's actually taking the ultimate risk by starting off the chain of drinks.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay, let's see what happens to the doctor.
All right, you botched, Dr. Adler. So you think that they their eyes are not covered by their magic carapace, so they can be blinded. And you think that they probably, since they are foraging in this canyon, if once blinded, they will become docile. And you're 100% sure of this. You don't even need to ask your companions. You got this. Don't run it past them. It's fine.
Don't check with us before you do this.
The doctor's in the house. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to cast blindness/deafness on one of the Tarrasques, and I do this full well knowing out of character that I'm pretty certain they can see through blinded.
All right, so you cast blindness?
Yeah, so it would have to beat. Well, here's the thing: it could just pass the saving throw, and I don't know what happens then. But my saving throw would be 14 to beat.
It's a Tarrasque. It's gonna beat that, isn't it?
I'm thinking about just using DM fiat to say it works because it's extremely funny. Let me just double check something real quick. I'm just trying to think, is there a way for you to survive this massive boner?
What?
Oh, sorry, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, they have to be very constituted.
They're like mountains. They have to be the most constitutional.
Yeah, I could roll like a 3 and he'd still pass. I'm actually going to say, because you take this guy unaware and because you have so much time to prepare, you're just standing there, that you do this with such precision that I don't need to roll. This is also a domesticated Tarrasque. It's not like its cousins that are left abandoned on ancient, distant planets and driven insane by the loss of necessary nutrients. So you hit this Tarask with blind, and it begins blinking confusedly, scratching around at the air around its head, and then it goes into a frenzy. It bowls over its rival, turns around, slams into the other wall, and then begins charging towards you.
I'm gonna start clapping my hands like problem solved.
Well, now we only have one Tarask to deal with. Let's look on the positives.
You're welcome.
We have dealt with half of the
I
Tarask
handled one
problem.
Tarask, you guys get the other one.
I'm gonna roll athletics to try and pick up Dr. Adler and fly out of the way.
And I'm going to perform athletics to try and pick up Liamoira and do the same.
I rolled a 3. I dropped her.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, Dregg.
Okay. I think it's... Let me just double check my...
I'm just flapping
Yes.
up. Do I got you? No.
Oh, God. 6. That's no good.
How did the party feel about me taking 2 drinks to reroll both of those?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, screw it. Okay. The captain is taking 2 drinks to reroll those 2 rolls to get out the way of a Tarask.
Yeah, let me reset before you guys roll this. Let me just reiterate the scene. One of them was knocked to the ground. It is no longer a factor. He was just bowled over and is slammed into the far side of the wall, and you guys can run past that one. But the blinded one, who is now flipping out because he's never experienced anything like this, is now charging at you like a bull. And the team, in your understandable fear, begin tripping all over each other. Dregg tries to grab Sasha, can't get a handle on her because she's trying to grab Dr. Adler, and you can't lift him because you have no core strength at all, and you have hollow bones. So that's where we are. You guys are all flipping out, trying to help each other, and tying yourself in pretzel knots as this Tarask charges you.
At this point, the captain, shot in each hand, chucks them down, and goes... This thing is a Tarask. You need to get your heads in the game. Focus. Go.
Oh.
Oh no, has it gotten worse? Oh no.
It's gotten worse.
Much
Yeah, I
worse.
botched.
Oh.
Mine was 2 better. I got a
We
5.
both got 5s.
Okay, so first things first, what happened for the first level of...
We'll get there in 1 second.
Yeah, let's try to survive first because a botch is death.
Okay.
I'm taking 1 more drink to reroll Dregg's botch.
It's a 9.
Please,
That's a 9. That's better.
It's not a botch.
you all are gonna
We've
die.
had 5 rolls and 9 is the highest we've had.
You guys are going to die.
Let me look at where I'm at on the exhaustion table quick and decide how I can fix this or not fix
Yeah.
this. This is a terrible start to this mission.
Indiana Jones voice. We are going to die.
I don't know if this is going to help, but I'm gonna use prestidigitation to create like a shower of sparks, which will make like a tiny explosion, like behind the Tarask, away from us. So it'll be like, "What was that?" And it'll go get it, maybe.
All right, roll deception.
I rolled an 11.
All right, you're gonna need something else. We're gonna need something else to save all of the party, to save everyone's lives. We need more than an 11, but that's a good start.
Do I take drink number 4 to give Dregg 1 more shot?
I don't know if this is even the right strategy.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but no one else is throwing anything out right now.
I mean, all my stuff that I could do are spells, which I'm pretty sure the Trask will resist now.
Like, it's not going to respond to a command from me. It's just not.
I want to fly behind it and like flap around and like make a lot of noise. So it'll get away from everybody who can't fly.
All right, performance.
I got a 20.
There you go.
All right, so you passed your prestidigitation and you passed your distraction plan. I think one more successful addition to this, and you guys will avert certain death. So, Sasha, you seeing that you guys are not going to be able to coordinate a way to jump out of the way in time, this giant beast bearing down on you, you take to the air and just start shooting sparks all around its head. And it is distracted from its charge, but it is absolutely going to try to rip you out of the air and eat you. So... we need more.
Okay, so with Dregg having failed the attempts to help multiple times.
Yeah.
Even with spirit rerolls. Liamoira is gonna turn to Dregg, and Dregg, you run that way. I will get this thing out of the way. And Liamoira is gonna take a shotgun shot to hopefully confuse with sound even more. This is not shooting the Tarask itself. It's just to create a loud noise to go, oh, there's yet another thing. I don't know what's up. To try and convince this, just confuse this thing as to what the heck's going on.
All right. What check do you think is most appropriate for that? Is it deception because you're tricking it? Is it performance because you're trying to create a certain ambiance for it? What do you think?
I feel like deception is what I'm going for. Like I'm going for there's something dangerous happening. Just don't mess with this whole situation.
All right, roll deception.
9.
Can I try to help by shooting a laser alongside it?
Sure.
Add extra sounds. Is it also deception?
Sure.
5.
Okay, screw it. I'm doing another reroll to reroll my deception.
Is there a big rock around here?
You're in a valley. There's nothing but rocks.
I'm just gonna pick up a rock and throw it at the wall to the side of it. It's a similar deception check.
My deception went down after a reroll.
We're gonna die here, Austin.
19.
19's the third success I was looking for. So with Liamoira on the ground firing her shotgun on one side, we got Dr. Adler on the other side shooting lasers, we got Dregg throwing rocks, and we got Sasha shooting sparklers. Everybody pitches in, and in a stunning display of teamwork, you guys managed to bamboozle this blind Tarask long enough for the team to either fly over or slip between the legs of this very confused animal.
Run.
Thanks for that, Sasha. Well done.
Yes.
Run.
Athletics
Now?
checks to run.
Yeah.
Thanks later.
I'm flying. I don't know.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh no.
What's my athletics? Okay.
I got a 6.
21.
Oh boy.
17.
Yeah, 21 and 17 are fine. You guys run out of the valley. With the 6th, though, Adler, a big lizard blocks your path. It's like a Komodo dragon size.
All right. I really don't want to use a spell slot on it. We're just starting this mission. Can I try animal handling to be like, hey, good lizard, and then like go the other way?
Sure. Hey, good lizard.
10.
Yeah, that's fine. What do you want to do? Tell me.
So I'm gonna like have my hand over here, be like, yo, what up, lizard? And it looks that way, and then I'm gonna do like the rope-a-dope and just get him the other way. I'm just gonna run past it.
So you're just gonna Barry Sanders juke this lizard?
Yeah, I'm gonna juke this lizard.
Do you stiff arm him on your way by?
My Brendan Jacobs struck him, actually. I just run straight through this lizard, trunts him over, and just keep going.
Okay, cool. This poor lizard goes ass over tea kettle, and you escape from the valley with the rest of the team as this blind Tarask you left in your wake continues rampaging through, just taking huge claw swipes through the walls and sending rubble everywhere.
In defense, it should save from the blindness very soon. It has a very high constitution, I'm sure.
You have not caused permanent injury to anything. I mean, even if you had shot him with a tactical nuke, he would have survived. The Tarask is fine, but it is a lot of damage to leave in the wake of people who are here to save the environment.
Can I just say my favorite thing about that whole interaction? I used 3 of my 12 rerolls, and none of them made anything any better.
Oh,
Most everything got worse. I didn't turn one failure into a success. That's the joy of my power. Don't you just love powers that often just make things worse?
See, you hear that, kids? You think when you're drinking, it's making things better, but it's not. It's really just making them worse.
Yeah, you drink and you think you can do anything, and actually you're getting worse at everything.
Yep.
Don't do alcohol, kids.
All right, so you guys exit the valley and you find yourselves in some kind of scrub land, like low grasses, almost like a savanna kind of environment. You see some rivers in the distance on either side of you. You know which direction you need to go to. You just keep going straight, and eventually you'll hit a river that you need to follow to the lake, which is where you need to be. So you're actually like almost halfway there. You just need to walk across this field and then up a lake.
Oh.
And up a river. So
We just have to walk across this field.
yeah.
Yeah, just a field.
What's the worst that could happen?
I want to roll nature to see if I can find anything cute to pet.
All right.
I got a 4.
Aw, you got a 4. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's nothing. It's only gross stuff.
Can I write an angry review on Spamazon for the complete guide to megafauna that I looked up, that I was basing all my information on Tarascon, which has clearly been outdated for hundreds of years, and I would like to request a new copy or my money back.
It turns out the education system cannot afford new books that have up-to-date Tarask information, sorry. That's the education system for you.
Well, I found nothing cute. Who's next?
Sasha, you begin to looking through the grass and just kind of poking around trying to find something, and you feel something bite your finger and skitter away.
Was it cute? Probably not.
You failed miserably, so you don't know.
Is my finger okay?
You take 3 damage.
Bitch.
You did a big chomp.
That means it was probably cute.
Liamoira's gonna just, like, confidently walk into the field. Just like, yeah, whatever happens, here we go.
Oh,
It's just a field!
Austin's getting rid of tokens. I feel like another one's about to pop up.
Hold on.
Busted!
Austin
that was it.
literally said what's the worst that could happen, so of course he's not gonna be mean to us.
I knew there was a reason Roll20 lets you hide DM actions. So what do you guys talk about? Anything as you walk across this field?
I do want to actually talk to the captain for a brief moment, kind of like off to the side.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Olivia's going to say, so, Captain, I was wondering if perhaps the next moment we have downtime when we do a group decompression, perhaps you could speak to Dregg about attending. I don't want to force anything, but I think even if he doesn't want to come to talk, at least being encouraged to come could be helpful for, like, everybody's sort of benefit.
Oh, indeed. I've been trying to work out exactly what's the best way to do so.
Sober?
I was going to say, I don't know whether the setting that we tend to do those in is one that he's necessarily going to be eager for. I don't know what you think of this suggestion. I was wondering if we maybe suggest to him, hey, what do you want to do as an activity? What would you find an enjoyable way to spend your downtime? And we maybe just sort of use that as an in to maybe get him on better terms so that we can get him to one of these?
It's a possibility. I mean, you're the captain, so it's your call.
Here's the thing. I think if we were just going to straight up ask him to come join us, I think you've got the best chance in the crew of actually getting him to come along, because I know that he and I don't see terribly well, and I'm still trying to find a good opening to, spend some time to connect with him, so.
You're the captain. You can make those decisions, and the crew is to follow. I can try asking him, but above all else, remember that being the captain means you can decide things.
I suppose yes. I know this is not therapy time. I will say, being the tell people what to do in that outside of the heat of battle situation hasn't come naturally to me. I probably do need to remember that that's a thing that I can do and that might help. But yes, I agree with you of the need to try and get him along. I'll work something out.
Anything I do to assist, I'd be more than happy to. And then I'm going to snap a selfie with her.
Liamoira is going to be making, like, the best pouty face she can to the camera. I don't know how a hippo mouth makes a pouty face, but, like, work it out.
Oh, and this is on Instagoblin? No, there's got to be a better pun than that.
I don't know if that even counts as a pun.
Instarask.
It just sounds like an instant goblin.
I don't know, but it's on my fake Instagram account. I want that to be known.
So Dregg's gonna look to Sasha and tap his shoulder and put a hand down.
I was about to ask if I could land on your shoulder. Aw, I'm gonna do a big sit.
You have good eyes.
Yeah, enhance. And do the goggle thing. And I'm gonna roll perception and see if I see anything cool. It's free. It's free real estate. All right.
It's yours. Come and claim it.
I botched.
We need to stop rolling.
I get like dirt in my eyes.
Okay, so Sasha, you climb up onto Dregg's shoulder and you're looking around and you're doing your iconic enhance movement where you put your hands up to your eyes like they're binoculars and twist them around. And you're like, Dregg, I can see so much of this field. It's so far. I see the river and I see some, and then all of a sudden a shot rings out and you get shot in the neck.
Oh my god, somebody help me.
All of you hear the shot too late because of the distance it carries, and Sasha's head kind of snaps to the side, and you see there's a dart sticking out of her neck.
Can I do, I guess, a medicine check to see if that dart is coated in anything?
Is that a 1 damage?
1 damage? Yeah, I would roll medicine if I were you. Your friend just got shot with the dart.
Okay.
Oh no, how high am I now?
We're about to find out.
14.
14, you definitely know from the look of it that you know from the look of it that this is a manufactured kind of dart. It's not like someone just made one out here in the wilds, and it seems to be a tranquilizer dart. You have no doubt at all that she's about to get some effects.
Okay, so would a tranquilizer count as a poison?
Sure would.
Let's say, so I could use my conduit of friendship, which gives me immunity to diseases and poisons, to give it to Sasha instead until a long rest. So I would lose it, but Sasha would gain immunity to diseases and poisons.
Oh, thank you.
I got you.
So I'm okay.
So you're doing that?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my conduit of friendship to transfer my immunity to diseases and poisons to Sasha.
All right, so I assume you do some Dragon Ball Z glowing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of energy balls appear. The Chaos Emeralds swirl around me. The Jackie Chan talismans show up, and they all converge together into a tiny ball that I push into Sasha's forehead.
Okay.
As soon as this happens, Captain Liamoira is going to take charge and just go, Dregg, shields up. Everyone else behind Dregg. Let's get some tactical positioning while we work out what's going on here.
Okay. And Dregg opens up shield, crouches down, and everybody's still going to be able to be behind him at that height, so should have good coverage.
At the very least, we want to be behind something solid that is a wall between us and getting tranquilized, at least until we can work out where these poachers are.
And that happens to be me, I guess.
Like you have the thing that is the tough to penetrate shield.
I'm going to cast detect magic in the direction of where the dart came from and see if I can detect anything out there.
Do you know the range on detect magic off the top of your head?
Let me double check, but I am 99% sure it is 60 feet.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough.
No! My spell slot.
So you guys all pile up behind Dregg, who, what's the verb for what your shield does? Expand? Shink? It's shinks, right?
Shink.
Yeah, it shakes.
Yeah, so it has it's a buckler on your arm. It's pretty low key, and then you somehow activate it, and it gets way bigger. It has flaps. I think you described them as. It gets much broader, and as you do that, and everyone runs behind you. 14 as another tranquilizer dart is fired at you.
Let's see, my armor class is 17, so no.
There's so much trepidation. No, it's very no. It tinks off the front of your shield easily, and everyone is safe behind your shield. So what do you guys do? I think you can echolocate. It's coming from the direction you need to go.
The captain is going to be on the lookout for any tracks that might suggest either where these presumably the poachers are, if they came this way, and B, what type of enemy they might be. Would that be a survival check to try and look for tracks and try and assess from that way?
Sure would.
Okay, so
I crit.
14 for me.
on survival.
Okay, yeah. So the ranger is outdone by the strategist. Sasha,
I'm mad. They shot me.
I know. You're hopping mad. You're up on your favorite ogre's shoulder. You were scoping. You were doing your iconic enhance, and he shot you. It was extremely rude.
Extremely poor taste.
So you're back behind this shield and all your friends who are in cover now, and you're looking around. Also, obviously, Captain Melbeck's looking around, and you spy a bunch of tracks. As you kind of progress through this field, all the grass is crushed down around here, and you, Sasha, know exactly what you should do. You should follow these tracks for reasons will become clear to everyone very soon.
What kind of tracks are they?
Well, if you will direct your attention to the roll 20.
Oh, it's cute.
It's a giant hamster. Yes, it's a giant space hamster.
Perhaps the most famous creature from Spelljammer is the giant hamster.
That's its name?
But it has human hands, though.
Yeah, that's its name.
It has little human hands.
No, it just has little rodent hands. It is
Yeah, they have
No,
little,
those
like,
are human
paws.
hands.
it is explicitly called giant hamster. That is the name of this creature.
Fuck.
I say most famous because it is a joke that is made in Baldur's Gate, the iconic CRPG.
Mm-hmm.
One of the characters has a quote mini giant hamster, which is just a regular hamster. So it's a joke about Spelljammer. Anyway, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a hamster the size of an elephant.
Okay, can we progress towards this thing, like, all in formation with Dregg at the front, shield up?
Now in the picture, there's a little man in front of that hamster. Can I roll history to see if I know anything about?
Little man?
The little man is for scale.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because if it was just a picture of a hamster, it would tell you nothing.
I guess that's true.
The guy looks like he has a little leash holding it.
Yeah.
See, my assumption was that the man was just that tiny, was my first assumption. It's like, oh, that's a regular hamster and a tiny, tiny, tiny man.
He's got kind of a dwarf thing going on, so you could be excused for thinking he might, not be human size.
It is a dwarf. The lore is, while making Spelljammer, someone drew a spaceship, and there was like things on the side of it, and someone working says, those look like hamster wheels. And the person said, oh my god, what if these spaceships are powered by giant hamsters running in wheels on the ships? And so canonically, that exists, and that the person in the picture is like a giant hamster trainer.
Oh, that's a dream job right there.
Was making it, were they dropping LSD while they created the Spelljammer universe?
Of course they were, Chris.
It was late 80s.
Fuck.
So I shouldn't roll history to see what these big hamsters are about.
I mean, you crit, so I'll tell you whatever you want to know, but the important thing is all of you cowering behind Dregg's shield in this formation, you guys can stay in a straight line so the shield blocks you, and you can walk towards, it's not just one, you guys have stumbled upon a herd of giant hamsters.
Oh, they're they're the guys in the thing. I found the cute thing.
Yeah, this is their field. They are searching it for, small, what is to them, small insects, the thing that bits you, and nuts and seeds and various little plant things that hamsters eat.
All right, I want to roll animal handling to pet one.
Okay, Sasha breaks cover to pet an animal.
15!
You tell me.
I just want to pet like a paw. I just want to get a bean.
Okay. Laura is very adamant that they have human hands. I promise that's just what hamster hands look like. It's not.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, they just have little fingers.
No, I've seen hamster hands before, but the way this is drawn, they have like the number of segments in the like the joints on the fingers and the lack of like a sharp claw. It looks like a human hand.
Oh, there's some whack art in these books. I'll put some stuff in those. The
You know
Discord.
what it is? It's probably the leash around the hand makes it look like a shirt has finished just at the wrist, and I think that's what's making it look like human hand.
And then the kibbles falling out of his mouth are like little buttons, like he's wearing a little button down.
Exactly. This is why he looks like a human hamster. I don't know.
Sasha runs out from behind the shield and starts trying to put clothes on the hamsters.
I mean,
No, I just want to graze a bean, and get back into cover.
So, are we to assume these are the things that the poachers are after?
Of course, why wouldn't they be?
You have no reason to believe that at this time.
No, were we not shot with a dart by something, which I assumed was the poachers?
Yeah, but from really far away.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're poaching the hamsters.
It just means they saw us near here.
They could be targeting something else and just happen to observe us approaching because we're in this big wide open fucking field and I'm 9.5 feet tall.
Yeah, there's that.
And then 4 feet on your shoulder.
Right.
So yeah, every once in a while another shot rings out and something tinks off the front of Dregg's shield, but you guys are in great cover as you cower here, and Sasha, reaches over and tentatively touches a little hamster paw. The hamsters aren't thrilled about this. They kind of look nervous, as prey animals sometimes do, but none of them have been hurt or anything, so they're just kind of milling around.
It's okay, little babies.
How does Objectivist's communication work? Does he need to know who he's talking to, or can he communicate with literally anyone in the universe at any time?
I left my sweet baby son on the ship.
As the conduit of communication, he has kind of a radio ability. So there is a range. It's not anywhere in the universe. It's not the spell sending, but it is a powerful effect.
I wonder if he misses me, my son.
I guess we just keep going forward.
Yeah. You can just run these assholes over with the shield and just squish them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We can use them as cover to a certain extent because, they're very large and they're going to be kind of low to the ground. What's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to get tranquilized and they're going to sleep and then they're immobile cover.
Yeah, here's the thing. We've already got a good defensive solution. Using these as cover as well doesn't seem like a bad additional thing to do.
Plus, every hamster I hide behind I can pet.
Exactly.
Just to check, though, Austin said that they're kind of cool just milling about because they haven't been hit. Do we risk creating another stampede if they start getting shot with tranquilizer bolts?
Well, that's true, and they will probably run the opposite direction. And
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, let's stick with plan. Dregg has a shield that poison doesn't affect shield.
All right, Dregg, I'm going to make a couple more attacks on here as you guys walk through the hamster herd.
Yep.
6, 11, botch. Uh-oh.
Something good happens for us finally.
Finally.
Yes, please, Austin, after punishing us for all those botches, ready to punish yourself. The tranquilizer hits the shield and returns exactly back to where it came from and tranquilizes the person shooting at us.
Wouldn't that be...
mission over.
Yeah, wouldn't that be sweet? So as you guys are walking through this herd of hamsters, and every once in a while a tranquilizer dart hits Dregg's shield, the constant noise draws the attention of some hamsters, and more of them come over and start trying to sniff and paw at you guys and see what you're up to. And you soon find yourself enclosed in a unbreakable fuzzy phalanx of huge hamster bodies. These, once again, the size of elephants all around you. You have been welcomed into the herd, as it were, and you guys are in the center of this impenetrable fuzz wall.
Nice.
That is awesome.
I mean, this sounds ideal.
Campaign over.
And you also notice that the gunshots cease. Whoever is shooting at you does not apparently is worried about collateral damage. That not a single hamster has been hit, and as soon as they enclose around you, the firing stops.
Oh.
I was thinking as we were headed towards where the park ranger base is, right? So maybe these are the park rangers thinking we're the poachers?
So you landed at the ranger station, but he was not there, and you know that's because he's out on patrol.
Oh.
Okay, that's my impression right now. This is the ranger, and he thinks we're the poachers, or whoever it is thinks we're the poachers.
Oh.
All right, so you guys are enclosed in this fuzzy, perfectly impenetrable shield. It's like the bubble halo shield, and you guys are Master Chief, and the hamsters are... I lost the metaphor.
Energy
The
shields.
hamsters are awesome. That's what the hamsters are.
And Sasha, you have a strong connection with the one who you touched because there's I botched and you crit, so you get to decide these things. And you lead this herd over towards where the gunshots are coming from, or where they were. They've stopped now. And you guys have successfully crossed this field without being tranquilized.
Can I yell out from behind a hamster? Hey, you scrub! Quit shooting at me!
A voice calls back to you. What are you doing out here, don't you know?
We're looking for poachers. What are you doing?
Shooting at poachers.
No, you're shooting at the people trying to help you find the poachers. That's what you're doing.
My bad.
Like,
Yes.
I see 4 heavily armed ruffians. I mean, what's a guy supposed to do?
I don't know. You did put a call out for help to deal with the poachers. We came to help.
Several days ago. I just figured you weren't coming. You took so long. You have other business to attend to?
we're busy.
We were doing intergalactic diplomacy. We got here as fast as we could. How can we help you with this poachers matter?
So now that you guys have crossed this and made contact with the person shooting at you, who reminds you that there are consequences for putting things off, the hamsters disperse and kind of go back to their business, and you are greeted with the sight of the sharpshooter. I'm going to put an icon down. He is a merfolk.
Hey.
The kind of merfolk is needs some explanation though. So if we,
Looks like a lionfish.
well, I guess Lauren can just. Lauren, do you just want to?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I do that every time. Every season.
no. I mean, you're right. It's exactly what I was gonna say. I just
I
thought.
love like Austin's build up. Like, well, this is gonna take a lot of time to explain. Lauren's just like, oh, it's a lionfish. He's like, yeah, never mind. I guess it doesn't.
Sorry.
What I was going to say was, if you think of Dr. Adler as kind of a tropical fish with like vibrant colors and elegant fins, this is a merfolk of spines and kind of angles. It is, yes, just 100% a lionfish in the same way that Dr. Adler is specifically like, I don't know, a tropical fish. Is there a fish you had in mind? I know there was a magic card whose art you were inspired by, but do you have a fish?
Not particularly. A lot of people have been kind of like pulling out different ones that I've really liked, so I'm kind of leaving it to the audience to kind of see whatever tropical fish they like that they kind of go for. But I was just thinking ones with a lot of like kind of like that neon blue that you can only really see from creatures that like live in the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm not going to leave any ambiguity. Everyone has to live in my world. It's a lionfish is the kind of fish that this humanoid creature is obviously based on. And he has poisonous spines, and he has a hunting rifle, which has the symbol of the park on it. It's just like the Hypatia Wildlife Preserve symbol on the butt of the sniper rifle, basically. And he has a box full of tranquilizer darts sitting next to him. And where he is sitting is probably the first thing you would have noticed if you hadn't been hidden behind a wall of hamsters. That did obscure your vision. Now that they have dispersed, you see something else here, which is, I don't know if shocking's the right word. You probably weren't expecting it. I'm going to put a picture of it. He is sitting on a mech.
Dope.
This mech is in the river that you are going to need to follow. It is up to like its shoulders, so only the head is sticking out of the river, and he is sitting on it like cross-legged. That's where he was sniping you from, was the head of a mech. And I do need to probably spell out what a mech is. I assume most people know, but it's a giant robot like several stories tall that is piloted from a cockpit in the chest. Obviously Gundam is the touchstone for most people, and that is about the size we're working with. So like if you look up like the RX-78 statue that's actually in Japan, like that, this model, you all know, it's not a secret that mechs exist, but they are mostly for kind of boring stuff. Like they're not like cool like they are in some stuff. This is a Legrand Dalmatian is the name of this mech. Legrand is the company, and Dalmatian is the model. It is a firefighting mech. They are used in wooded areas, forests, and nature preserves to zip around and put out fires. It is black and white, obviously. All Legrand mechs are named after dogs. All the different models are different breeds of dog. And the Dalmatian has a kind of water cannon on its arm that it uses to put out forest fires as it zips along the nature, just doing its thing. And it's in this river, submerged up to like its shoulders, and it is recharging its water cannon in the river.
I just want to say that while we were talking about my conduit of planning, conspiracy, whatever, that I joked about having a fucking mecha.
Did you?
Oh, I did. I don't think anybody heard me, but I said it. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just bring a mecha.
All I want to say is I know it has no purpose for my character as they're set up. There's no justification for it. But all I want to do with Season 5 of Dice Fight now is work out how to make it so that Liamoira ends this season with a badass mech now. I don't know how or why, but that line has been drawn.
I would like to ask this individual what his true name is.
Why are you laughing? You don't even get the joke.
I just think it was like some wizard shit.
No, he said that because the picture I used is of a creature called the true name Nemesis.
Oh, I'm thinking just like, in like fantasy shit, they're like, don't let them know your true name, haha.
That's like merfolk culture. We give everyone fake names or something.
I love fucking Gundams. Gundams are great. I was building a Gundam model kit like literally the other day. It was great. I had one half finished to get finished.
Yeah, the picture I'm using in the Roll20 is the white glint from Armored Core, the best From Software series. Suck at Dark Souls. Just kidding. I love Dark Souls. But yeah, I will undoubtedly be using Gundam pictures before the season is over.
Armored Core is the one where the president has a mech, right?
No, that is not Armored Core, although I love where your head's at. No, that's Metal Wolf Chaos.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Mad respect to From Software for Armored Core, which is a series that never, ever, ever improved its control scheme, despite,
Yeah. I mean, I joke.
controls being modernized.
I joke. I love Armored Core, but obviously Bloodborne is their best game. Anyway, nobody knows what we're talking about.
I'm so confused.
You play the president, and the vice president is evil, and so you have to fight him in a mech, and it's based off of, I believe, Dick Cheney is the villain, basically.
Oh boy.
It was made in a different time. Anyway, there is a lionfish merfolk sitting on the head of a Gundam in this river. Wow, I just heard myself say that. What a cool season.
I do actually want to ask what the person's name is, though.
The name's Kaiser, Conduit of Equality. How are y'all? It's October, you know what that means.
Ooh.
I'm gonna suck that spooky dick.
Yep.
Alright.
Are you though? I feel like you talk a big game.
Alright, you wanna talk about credits for October 2018? Oh my god, is it 8? No, that can't be right. Is it 2018? Oh my god, it is. I'm so sorry about mortality. So music, that's the thing we gotta talk about, and then people who support the show on Patreon, that's another thing. Am I buying time to find my files? Yes, of course. Lauren, how are you?
I'm ready for Halloween. I was gonna say death, but I said Halloween instead.
Alright, that's not the right file. Why is...
Austin, you're not ready?
I am ready. No, I have... Okay, here are the music credits for October. We have Your Reality, future-based remix from Doki Doki Literature Club by The Musical Ghost. We have Morning Thinker, an arrangement of Thinker from Armored Core 4 by Overclocked Remix. And we have The Sound of the Galaxy, an arrangement of Freedom's Progress from Mass Effect by Overclocked Remix. Thank you.
Wow.
I was ready.
Yeah, you are ready. You're always ready.
All right, you know what else I'm ready for? I'm ready for the executive producers for October.
All right, the executive producers for October 2018 are...
Boo, it's spooky.
Boo. Boo is not an executive producer.
No, I was trying to scare Lauren.
Thanks. Joseph Tombrello.
Extellaris.
Random One Person.
Jade's Nasty Mothman fic.
Trapped in Austin's boyfriend brig.
It's gonna be one of those months. Devin, Conduit of Evolution. That's not spooky at all. Thank you, Devin.
Brent, Doki Doki is Okie Doki. Goki Goatly. It's like a fucking BoJack Horseman.
Yeah. The Cult of Gorfanax.
Paul Mullen.
Savard Akhrasimova.
Toshiro Kuro, editor of Attack on Dice.
Brendan Williams.
Possum Kingdom refugee.
Dr. Goatman.
Andrew Grothin.
Levi, the young conduit of Not Mad, Just Disappointed.
Francois V.
Kevin Dobbins.
Robert Dakin.
Anthony, patron of Dora.
Oh, hey.
How deep does that rabbit hole go?
Deep. Morgan Rapp.
Christina, conduit of a penguin in a spooky costume itself.
Oh, that's the best conduit. J. Poirier?
Oh no, you're in trouble now.
What'd I do?
You're in trouble. You messed the whole name up.
I feel like it's Poirot, but instead of Poirot, it's Poirier. I don't know. I'm sorry.
They like it when we mess it up. It doesn't make them sad at all. Jesse Rochon.
Anime Jesus.
I feel like there's a contradiction there. I feel like Jesus would be disappointed in anime.
There's an anime with Jesus in it. It's really good.
Oh yeah, you keep trying to get me to watch that.
Fucking watch it.
Andy Harkins.
Kaylee Scherer.
Drowned Summer on Twitch. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna put that's your. I hope.
Smart.
Okay. Yeah, just plug your Twitch channel.
Shane Sedgwick.
John Beresford.
Donning Frost.
Daria Morgan.
Shane Ware, conduit of ethical hedonism itself.
Normal Company. It's the Normal Company. They're back. That's an inside joke on my other podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, bitch, it's on. Reynard, the conduit of so stoned, parentheses, come at me. I'm coming.
Travis McElroy.
I don't think so.
All of the patrons are getting together, and soon it's just going to be nothing but other podcasters in here.
Meow Moiselle.
Matthew Schultz.
Melody the Gay Shark.
Ian Morgan. There's another Morgan.
There's
How
so many. There's dozens of us. Rain, conduit of wetness herself. Oh no.
No, well, is rain wet or does rain make you wet? That's a deep philosophical
Come
question.
on.
Aaliyah.
Eddie, conduit of what the hap is fucking.
Fair enough. Fubar.
Brittany and Jermaine Walls, dual conduits of senseless bickering.
Roommate mood.
Yeah.
Ashley, no. Just Ashley. I gave that like a spooky Halloween inflection because it's supposed to be like, Ashley, no. Just Ashley. But I was like, Ashley, no! Please!
Ashley, please! Griffon McAlray.
Oh, fuck off. All right. Sam Zdenowitz.
S. Kearney.
John Kerry. Not that one. That I added that. They didn't write that.
Yeah. Joseph Mavero, the unsexy arrow.
Fully automated gay space communism.
Keller Automat.
Ebron, the boy that lived.
Exos.
Ophite.
Transient passerby.
Ink Drop, the Conjura, conduit of ooze.
Emma, conduit of already having a skeleton inside you, parentheses, unless you're a, and then it gets cut off.
Ran out of characters, at least on my sheet. Sometimes it do be like that.
Oops.
Ooh, boy. Justin Berthasell, conduit of ooh itself.
Good conduit.
Mm-hmm.
Special shout out to Resvita's new orchid, which is just totally adorable. I bet it is.
Happy Wedding Month, Jay. Love always, K.
Aw.
Just messages. Just messages are sponsoring the show now.
Bloody Rarnie's Pangolins.
It does. Cyretha, let me see what you have. A knife! No!
No!
That's a good video.
Julian Phillips.
Lindsay Pankhurst.
Jeff Clark.
Lauren Cates.
Counterfeit.
Jay Clow.
Richard G. Coles.
Kiefer Lowe, conduit of skeletons, parentheses, no bones, about it. Should I pronounce the parentheses?
I do. I feel like it gives it that extra je ne sais quoi.
Okay, I'm trying to claw this up, so.
Ikorin.
Dragon in the server room.
That seems like a bad idea.
That's next season.
Oh no, Dr. Tao.
Sean Lyons Burke.
Please vote on November 6th or else get ready to be poor forever.
Yep, sorry, that's how that works.
Yep.
Matthias Lakeets.
Janiac, form of tentacles, so many tentacles, and cephalopod arms.
That's this season. Harley Astor.
Andrew Fallu, conduit of mediocrity itself. Oof, words are hard today.
They sure are. Puck, conduit of large ambitions but poor follow through.
Fuck,
Okay.
you can't just call me out in the credits, you guys.
Just Puck, just completely destroying her from space. Just orbital missile drop.
Butcher my name, Nicolopolis.
I'm not sure if that's a Unicode error.
That's how I pronounce those symbols.
I know, it's just sometimes Adobe eats stuff and spits it out as garbled gibberish. I hope that was intentional garbled gibberish is all I'm saying.
Oh.
Next credit, Laura K. Buzzsaw, parentheses, Psycho Killer.
Kiss, say. Okay.
Did he play that? You just went to a concert.
No, he didn't. He did play the one whose name I just forgot a minute ago. Same as it ever was.
Once in a Lifetime is the name of that song.
Yeah, that one. And also Burning Down the House.
Oh, okay. So just the hits.
Except for Psycho Killer.
Yeah.
I was sitting there waiting for it, and I was like, come on.
Jerry, conduit of shipping, and apparently that also makes me a god.
Jaspel, conduit of scary fluffiness.
Cats.
Yeah.
John Barnett.
Creepy cucumber.
Ooh. Hustlebones. That one was already Halloweeny.
Yeah, they got grandfathered in.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Cotton Shizno.
Nicholas Dominic.
Isaac Aravalo.
The spoopiest yam.
Wow, I love a Halloween yam.
Mm-hmm.
Anna Michael.
If you think about it, pumpkins are kind of just Halloween yams.
Yeah, love a gourd.
Andrew Birmingham.
Douglas Williamson.
Scott Goings. Oh, I get it.
Because he's usually Scott Cummings. Oh,
Good.
our fans. Z23619.
Quench the Void. Also kind of spooky.
Yeah. Vizzy Huggles. Keep up the great work, y'all. Oh, thank you.
J. Logan, conduit of queerness itself.
The cast of Dungeons the Gathering.
Notorious Stoltz.
Victoria Melito.
Scotty Vilhard.
Aline.
Mazjin.
Crit Follows.
Extremely good. Einar Johansson.
Carter Rayner.
Your Major Tem is evolving.
Oh no, into what?
Something spookier, one assumes.
Matt Boo Be Scare. Yeah.
Jorgen, conduit of name butchering Winewick Ford.
I read a Zandra light novel and transformed into a patron.
I feel like you missed out on being part of the light novel generation by like a year at most. That was totally like right after you.
Oh, so that's why I get confused, because I was after my time. I'm old now, I guess.
I guess. Razumi Yazura.
Albert West.
Ken Fursel.
Eleanor Nonante sees Periton.
Scott Cummings.
Wait.
Whoa.
Whoa, we got fucking played.
Wait, does that mean that someone else did a joke?
Are you guys talking to each other in the fucking names?
What if they all get together and tell a story?
Oh.
How fucking wild would that be?
That's some crazy shit.
Uh-huh.
Starlight Glimmer did nothing wrong.
Juman Jack-O-Lantern.
Mel having to pronounce my name is scary enough to teach.
Listen, we live in fear. Arshan de Koning.
Grimlock.
John Potts.
Noah Sudret.
Ziphosaurus.
Elderly Goose.
Salad Child.
Seraph Stone.
Caster UK.
Aki Savalainen.
The Paladin's Wife.
Florian H.
The Abyss. Whispering back at those who stare. Alright, well.
Whoa, very spooky.
Now I'm scared.
Junk 2.0.
The Hatzels.
Melissa Nielsen.
Dawn.
Pruitt Holcomb.
Artemis BJJ Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Bristol.
Shanus.
Dennis Pancake Detlefsen.
Miko from Finland.
Dennis Bankston.
Josh Moser.
Indigo Van Dane.
Alice in the Purple.
Sydney Marsing.
Just a Jester.
Brady, conduit of failed murder. Please don't admit to crimes. Brady. Not here.
Don't tell us. We can't keep a secret.
They're gonna play this in court, and I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
They're gonna subpoena us. Come on, dude.
Come on, dude. Brady, do better.
Kitty Foe.
James Neely.
Marissa Donaldson.
M. Joe.
Lana Seawolf.
Lana Seawolf.
I thought it was Lana. I feel like you say something different every month. I feel like I say it right every month, and then you correct me a different way every month.
Toby Gleason Stack.
Matthew Eber. Oh, I figured it out. Thanks, Austin and Lauren.
Because last week it was, how do you change your name?
Oh.
Cameron Abbas.
Dylan.
Anna.
Sean, the host of Funk Dunk Plays.
Harrison Andrew.
Christopher Charlow.
Viger Arnston.
Cody Jackson.
August Rue.
The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Marietta, Georgia.
Luke Powers.
Hedron Master.
Erwin Lila. It's very French. Le Lagudec.
Michael Hall.
Ingmar Gremin.
We did it.
We escaped from this haunted house of names.
Ooh.
Anything else?
Thanks to all the animals on the podcast.
I feel like Conrad's cats aren't pulling their weights.
No, one of them meowed, remember?
Yeah, but where's the drama?
Where's the scrim?
Yeah, we need some really forceful screaming from the cats. Anyway, we're on all kinds of stuff. Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Like and subscribe and all of that good jazz. I'm at patreon.com/Austin Yorsky. That's how you get on that list. Chris, Patreon.com/weekly manga recap. Laura is at Laura K Buzz everywhere, and Kotaku.co.uk. Conrad Zimmerman is everywhere. He has a new podcast called Of Horse, which is about BoJack Horseman.
Oh.
He's also on Movie Boys, which is not what that podcast is called. Spin-off Doctors is the name of it. They call it Movie Boys on the show, so that's confusing.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, Movie Boys is a great name.
It is. That's what they call it when they're recording, but it's not the name of the show if you're trying to find it. Lauren, you're nowhere, really.
I'm just on Twitter. Yell at me. Please don't yell at me.
Please, she's sensitive. Please, my Lauren, she's very sick.
Yeah, I am.
Sketch.bandcamp.com/sketch.
/bandcamp/dot/sketch.
Yeah, he's around. He's not on the show anymore, but he does some stuff behind the scenes.
Or whatever. No, you do the editing.
He does
I don't
stuff.
know.
He does.
A lot of editing goes into this show, y'all.
God, there's so much. It's a full-time
It's
job.
mostly my fault.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
She refuses to speak up, and we have to go in there with a fucking microscope and fix her audio.
I think I'm screaming, but I'm small, so I guess I'm not.
You know what the real terror of October is? Audio editing.
Oh, I thought you said the continuance of existence, but...
Oh, no, the crushing psychological weight of being alive. Definitely a second.
Yeah.
But audio editing first.
Somebody make that into a Halloween costume.
Ooh.
Ooh.